It's 3 a.m. again. You shuffle to the bathroom in the dark, your feet cold against the floor. It's the third time tonight, and as you crawl back under the covers, your partner is still sound asleep. The room feels colder, the night longer, and you already know the morning will greet you with that familiar fog. Eyes heavy, body sluggish, and patience worn thin. You tell yourself, it's just aging, but what if it isn't? This scene plays out for millions of people every night, and it quietly robs them of rest, energy, and even long-term health. The truth is, waking up to urinate multiple times a night, known as noxuria, is not simply an inevitable part of getting older. According to the Mayo Clinic, up to 70% of adults over 60 experience it, but in many cases it's treatable. It's a sign your body is trying to tell you something, and ignoring it could mean missing the chance to feel better, sleep deeper, and wake up truly refreshed. I'm Dr. Moore, a urology and men's health specialist with over 20 years of experience helping thousands of patients reclaim their nights without relying on sleeping pills or risky quick fixes. I've seen people who thought they'd never sleep through the night again finally enjoy uninterrupted rest, simply by making a few small, science-backed changes to their habits. In this video, I'll share 4 simple, proven strategies you can start this week, methods rooted in research and easy to fit into your life, that can help you reduce or even stop those nightly bathroom trips. Your best nights of sleep are not behind you. Comment below if you've been struggling with nighttime trips, share your own story, and subscribe so you don't miss the next set of natural, practical health tips that can change the way you rest. One of the simplest yet most overlooked changes you can make starts with what and when you drink in the evening. Think of your bladder like a small storage tank and your kidneys as a round-the-clock production line. Late at night, your body naturally produces less of a hormone called ADH, antidiuretic hormone, which tells your kidneys to slow down urine production while you sleep. But if you load your system with liquids just before bed, especially within the last hour or two, you're essentially telling that production line to speed back up. The result? A bladder that fills sooner, waking you up and pulling you out of deep, restorative sleep. Harvard Health points to a striking statistic. Drinking about 500 milliliters, roughly 2 cups, of water within an hour of bedtime can increase your chances of waking in the middle of the night by nearly 30%. And that's just plain water. Add in beverages like tea, coffee, soda, or alcohol, and you're adding more fuel to the nighttime urine factory. Caffeine is a diuretic that tells your body to produce more urine, and alcohol not only does the same, but also disrupts your natural sleep cycles. Even fizzy drinks can irritate the bladder, making you feel the urge to go sooner than you normally would. That's why I recommend cutting off all liquids about 2 hours before you plan to sleep. This gives your body time to process and pass what you've already consumed, so your bladder is as empty as possible when you lie down. If you find yourself thirsty close to bedtime, try rinsing your mouth or taking just a small sip, enough to wet your throat without overloading your system. It might feel strange at first if you're used to sipping all evening, but within days, your body will adjust. I'll never forget one of my patients, Maria, a 68-year-old retired teacher. She had been waking up 3 to 4 times every single night for years, convinced it was just part of getting older. She avoided trips with friends because she was always tired and even her mood was changing. When we reviewed her habits, one thing stood out. She would drink a tall glass of water right before brushing her teeth at night. We made just one change, no liquids after 8 p.m. And within a week, she was down to waking just once a night. By the end of the month, she had several nights where she slept straight through. She told me, "I never realized something so small could make such a big difference." This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about giving your body the best chance to do what it's designed to do at night: rest, repair, and recharge. And once you feel the difference a full night's sleep makes, you'll see why this simple adjustment can be one of the most powerful steps toward ending those 3 a.m. bathroom trips. Another strategy that can make a real difference in cutting down nighttime bathroom trips is something called double voiding. It's simple, free, and can become second nature once you get used to it. The idea is that many people, especially men with an enlarged prostate or women whose pelvic floor muscles have weakened over time, don't fully empty their bladder in one go. This leftover liquid, known as residual urine, means your bladder is never truly starting from empty. Even a small amount left behind can fill quickly, triggering the urge to go again far sooner than it should. It's like pouring most of the water out of a glass but leaving an inch at the bottom. It doesn't take much to make it overflow again. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIC, has shown that using the double voiding method can reduce residual urine volume by 30 to 40%. That's significant because the less urine left in your bladder after each trip, the longer it will be before your body sends you the next urgent signal. This can translate into longer, uninterrupted stretches of deep sleep, a benefit that goes far beyond simply avoiding inconvenience. Here's how to do it effectively. When you head to the bathroom before bed, take your time. If you're a man, try sitting down rather than standing, as this position helps relax the pelvic muscles and allows for a more complete emptying. Urinate as you normally would, then stay seated for another 30 to 60 seconds. Use that short pause to relax your breathing, unclench your abdominal and thigh muscles, and let your body fully settle. Then, lean your upper body forward from the hips and see if you can release a little more. Often, you'll be surprised at how much extra urine comes out during this second attempt. I remember a patient named Robert, a 74-year-old retired engineer who came to me exhausted and frustrated. For years, he had been waking up 4 times a night, and it was wearing him down physically and emotionally. We reviewed his habits and made just 2 changes. He stopped drinking any significant liquids within 2 hours of bedtime, and he started using the double voiding technique every night. Within the first week, Robert reported sleeping 6 straight hours without waking, a result he hadn't experienced in over a decade. His mood lifted, his energy during the day returned, and he even noticed sharper focus when reading or working on his hobby projects. The beauty of double voiding is that it's low effort but high impact. It doesn't require special equipment or medication, just a small shift in your nightly routine. Paired with smart evening drinking habits, it can help you reclaim the kind of restful, uninterrupted sleep that leaves you feeling truly restored in the morning. And the best part is, once you feel the difference, you'll never want to go back to your old routine. One of the less obvious reasons you might be waking up to urinate at night has nothing to do with your bladder's strength or how much you drank. It starts in your legs. As we go through the day, gravity pulls fluid down into our lower legs and feet, especially if we sit or stand for long periods. This is called peripheral edema, or fluid pooling. You might notice it as swelling around your ankles by the evening. While you're upright, that fluid stays put. But the moment you lie down, gravity shifts. The fluid is reabsorbed into your bloodstream, your kidneys get the signal to filter it, and your bladder starts filling, often right in the middle of your sleep cycle. A 2016 study in the Journal of Urology found that patients who elevated their legs for 30 minutes before bedtime reduced their nighttime bathroom trips by an average of 25%. The reason is simple. By giving that extra fluid a chance to move back into circulation before you lie down, your kidneys can process it earlier so your bladder isn't working overtime at 2 or 3 a.m. You don't need anything fancy to try this. About an hour before bed, find a comfortable spot, your bed, a recliner, or even the couch, and prop your legs up so they're higher than your heart. You can do this while reading, watching TV, or listening to music. If you want to take it a step further, wearing compression socks during the day can also help reduce fluid buildup, especially if you're on your feet a lot or tend to sit for long stretches. Here's a tip that takes this to the next level. Before you elevate your legs, spend a few minutes giving your feet and calves a gentle massage. This doesn't need to be complicated. Just light, upward strokes toward your knees to help stimulate venous return, the process that moves blood and fluid back toward your heart. You can even use a small amount of lotion to make it more comfortable. This combination of massage followed by elevation can be surprisingly effective in reducing swelling and easing the pressure on your bladder overnight. I've seen this work wonders for patients who thought noxuria was just something they had to live with. By making it a relaxing part of their evening routine, they not only cut down on nighttime bathroom visits, but also improve their circulation and reduced morning stiffness in their legs. The beauty of this method is that it's easy, gentle, and fits naturally into activities you already do before bed. Combine it with the other strategies we've talked about, and you're giving your body the best possible setup for a solid night's rest without those unwelcome wake-up calls. If there's one habit that ties all the other strategies together, it's shifting most of your hydration to earlier in the day. Many people sip steadily from morning until bedtime without realizing that late evening drinking is quietly priming their bladder for those 2 a.m. wake-up calls. The American Urological Association has noted that getting roughly 75% of your daily water intake before 4 p.m. can significantly reduce nighttime urination. It's not about drinking less overall. It's about timing it so your body can process and eliminate most of it while you're still awake and active. Here's why this works. Your kidneys are more efficient at processing fluids when you're upright and moving. During the day, gravity and muscle activity help move blood and fluid through your system, and your bladder can empty as needed without disrupting sleep. But in the evening, especially once you're lying down, that process changes. Fluid shifts in your body, your kidney filtration rate slows, and any late-day beverages linger longer, often filling your bladder during the very hours you want to be sleeping. By front-loading your hydration, you give your system time to flush before bedtime, leaving less work for your bladder to do at night. To make this habit even more effective, try adding what I call an electrolyte anchor to your morning routine. Start your day with a large glass of water, about 300 to 500 milliliters, mixed with a pinch of unrefined sea salt and a thin slice of lemon. The natural minerals in the salt help your cells retain water more effectively, while the lemon adds a refreshing boost of vitamin C and potassium. This combination not only hydrates you, but also sets a stable fluid balance for the rest of the day, so you're less likely to feel excessive thirst in the evening. Of course, this isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. If you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, or have been advised to limit your sodium intake, check with your doctor before adding extra salt, even in small amounts. The goal is to help your body hold onto hydration in a healthy way, not to push it beyond safe limits. For most healthy adults, though, a small pinch of mineral-rich salt in the morning can make a noticeable difference in how hydrated you feel throughout the day. I've seen patients who were used to drinking several glasses of water after dinner shift to a morning-heavy hydration pattern and notice immediate results: fewer nighttime bathroom trips, deeper sleep, and better energy levels in the morning. It takes a little planning at first, but once you experience the benefits, it becomes second nature. Pair this with the other changes we've discussed, and you're setting yourself up for nights that are quieter, more restful, and far less interrupted. It's a simple shift in timing that can have a surprisingly big impact on your quality of life. The most important thing to remember is this: waking up multiple times at night is not an unavoidable part of aging. With the right habits, you can reclaim the kind of deep, energizing sleep that leaves you refreshed and ready for the day. I've seen it happen for countless patients, and there's no reason it can't happen for you too. All it takes is a willingness to make small adjustments and give your body the conditions it needs to rest. I'd like to challenge you to take the 7-day Noxuria fix. Pick at least one strategy from this video and put it into action starting tonight. Maybe you stop drinking 2 hours before bed, or try elevating your legs before sleep, or add double voiding to your nightly routine. Whatever you choose, stick with it for a week, and pay attention to the changes in how often you wake up, and how rested you feel in the morning. Comment below with how many times you're currently waking at night, and then come back after a week to share your results. Share this video with a friend or family member who could use a better night's sleep, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss more natural, science-backed solutions for better health. Your best nights are not behind you, they might just start this week.